Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your Avalon Rituals reading for April 2021. My name is Julia. Thank you for tuning in, and I have a lot of space here because I do feel like this time I want to try showing you the cards while I'm talking about the cards. And as you can see already on the cover of this video, I'm going to lay out the Lenormand for you again for April. We're going to have a look into your immediate environment. What are the topics that are really close to you? And yeah, so let's just see how it goes, and let's see what is going to be important for your April. First thing I want to say that you are in this deck with the card of the Lady. I know there are some male people watching as well, but the card that is representing you is in this case now the Lady, even if you are a man watching this video. The other person is the Gentleman, and that's your love interest. It could be also a friend, depending on what the situation is that is showing up now. So let's just see how it goes. And if I fall into the gender roles, just swap it however it fits for you. All you need to know, number 29 is your card and number 28 is the card of the other person. All right, so let's start. You are on the left side, so I am going to guide you a little bit through the reading. You are on the left side, well, relatively on the left side, I'd say. The second card from the top and the third from the left. So you are in the house of conflict, so there seems to be some sort of conflict. The conflict is also below you, and there seems to be some sort of conflict related to feeling alone and isolated, or setting boundaries, or a withdrawal. Someone may be withdrawing, maybe you want to withdraw. It could talk about a separation, but let's just see how it goes when we go deeper into the reading. What I can see, if I mirror you, you fall onto the right side on the heart. So there seems to be something related to your love life where this conflict is related to, and there's also a decision, because we see the 22, which is the crossroads, in the same mix. So the heart is in the house of the fox, and you are thinking about the fox. The fox is the energy that is on top of you. The fox can talk about not trusting something. It could also talk about being very clever about a specific situation. It's also taking care of your own needs. So the fox can represent your own needs. In that case, the heart in the house of the fox can mean, I'd say, three things. It can either mean it's self-love, that there's a decision you're going to make out of self-love. It can also mean that there is a situation in your love life that you are not trusting, and therefore the conflict, therefore the decision. The other thing is that some card readers would use the card of the fox to say the word false, because that's how the Lenormand works. The Lenormand works through building sentences with the meanings of the cards. And like I said, some card readers would say, oh, there's something false, there's something not quite right, which is also, again, there is the situation in your love life that maybe is not quite right, or you have a little bit of a bad feeling about it and you're thinking about it, because that's, again, the fox is in your thought position. Having the flowers on the left to the fox would mean where the flowers are something really beautiful. They can be compliments, it could be an invitation, it could be a flirt, something beautiful, something coming in that is very much like showing appreciation for you. But coupled with the fox energy, you might question the intentions of this person, and therefore we have, and that's very interesting, we do have the Tower next to the fox. So then again, the Tower is talking about setting boundaries, withdrawing, or someone withdrawing from you. So that all seems to be related here. There is some stress and nervousness, which is next to you, and also there seems to be a challenge or some sort of challenge or a blockage. Let me see. Oh, wow. Okay. So the mountain that is left of your card talks about a challenge or a blockage. I want to have more informations about this, so I will go now into the house of the blockage, the house of the mountain, and there we see the dog. The dog talks about friendship, loyalty, and trust. So there might be a situation challenging you related to this topic, and that makes perfect sense because you have the fox energy. That's what you're thinking about, right? Going now and having a look into the house in which the house means placement that the mountain is falling in. The mountain falls onto the house or placement of the scythe, and the scythe means something being cut away, something being shortened. Sometimes that's a process that is really needed. I always bring up the comparison of a tree or a bush that you need to just cut down every once in a while so that it can grow again. So it can have a very positive meaning. But there seems to be a blockage which is also related to the other person that we see in this deck, because the scythe is falling onto the house of the other person. So maybe you cut short, not the other person, but the content, because we have this withdrawing energy, right? And it seems to be that there seems to be some sort of withdrawing from someone or a situation or a relationship even. Because if I now have a look onto the scythe is mirrored onto the tower, onto the ring, and onto the letter. So there is a communication in a relationship, in a partnership, in a friendship, where you might set boundaries and really clear up something, or like I've said, this could talk about a separation as well. The other person is thinking about the topic of the tower, so the other person seems to be aware of the energy of separation or withdrawing, or setting boundaries. And also there is the birds are on top of this person, which could mean that the two of you are communicating, because the birds can also be an energy of communicating this situation. But again, it might be that this person also is stressed and nervous about the situation where maybe the separation or withdrawal is going to happen. Okay, let's have a look. There seems to be something related to long-term events or long-term growth or long-term stability, because we have the tree. If you go one down and then to the left, the tree is next to you as well. Tree talks about, oh wow, wow, okay. You know what? I'm not quite sure if this person is a love interest. For some of you that might be the case, but I do also sense for a lot of you guys that could be a friend. Because it always comes in like this trust and loyalty and friendship energy. So the energy of a dog comes in quite strongly here, which could of course also mean like that could be a soulmate card, that could represent the partner in general. But the tree is in the house of the dog, and in the house of the tree we see the ring. So again, there is something about a long-term partnership or friendship where we now have a conflict again because of this withdrawing energy. Wow, that's very, very precise here. The male person we see here, again swap it if it is a female for you, is also the center of the reading. So again, there is the dog, and the dog comes up all the time. So like I've said, either this is a good friend of yours, or it talks about loyalty and trust that is here involved in the situation. And there seems to be something with this other person that is causing stress and nervousness. The house can simply mean your inner life or your private life in general. So I do think it talks more about a private connection than it talks about a connection that you have in your work life. Well, there seems to be a solution though. So it seems like communication is going to be a key with this person, because we have all three cards that could talk about communication with this person. It's the birds, the whip left to the person, and then we do have the letter, obviously a communication card. If I now have a look onto the cards that are around this other person, it seems like, yes, conflict, stress, nervousness, dog energy again, so friendship or loyalty and trust. And I do feel like this, I do think like something is going to clear for you, but I also feel like this involves something that needs to be let go of, or a boundary that needs to be set, or maybe even cut the cords in this situation. Okay, so also if I now there is something you can do that is called knighting. And I know I wanted to, the thing is, with the readings for you guys, I do want to see what comes up, so I'm not really going into a specific situation, but what I want to do for you on the Avalon Rituals channel is to have a look onto the cards that are around you. What are you mirrored onto? And this is just really what is showing up strongly. So you can extend the reading and really go and have a large 45 minutes reading, which is what I'm not going to do, because I really want to focus on the main energies that are surrounding you. So if not every topic is being handled here in this reading, then that's because the main thing seems to be the situation that is showing up here. I can do the knighting, and the knighting means we go now into the further environment of you and of the other person. If I do this with you, I do feel like in the past there was a flow of, like there was a beautiful flow of luck and happiness. But then it seems like in the future, which it feels like this is what comes up probably now in April, we again have the scythe, the dog, and the ring, which could be a friendship relationship or trust in a relationship that is being cut short. Unfortunately, I wish I could say something different here, but that's what I see in the cards. If I do the same thing with a male person, I do see there is a blockage because of not trusting something or something being false that is related, let me see, to the partnership. And now I see there are some that's interesting, because I do see now in the further environment that the male person has the ring and the heart. So that would indicate a love relationship. Going one further down, we have the karma as well. So it seems like there's a karmic love relationship or friend. It could be a friendship, because obviously you feel love for a friend as well. Because like I said, I feel like these are the two topics. It's either a friend or about trust in a love relationship. And there is really a lesson here. It's a karmic situation. And we do also see if something here is nagging on you or this other person, because we have the mice as well. There will be communication, definitely. Let me see where the ring is in. The ring is in the house. Yeah, that's what I said earlier, right? The ring is in the house of the tree. So that's the long-term partnership, long-term commitment. There might be, if this is not a person who is, though I do feel like you are dealing with this person for quite a while in one way or the other. Again, looking around the cards of the ring, we do have the withdrawal, separation. Yes, there are feelings, absolutely. There might even be a little bit of an up and down related to the emotions in the situation. And there might be also some unclarity related to the emotions. Stress and nervousness, absolutely. We have the same thing, unfortunately, here again. What I want to do now is I also see that the both of you are looking in different directions. You are very close in a way, But the cards that are holding you together at the moment are conflict, stress, and nervousness. There might be a potential, though, to clear a little bit of this conflict energy. But also at the moment, I feel like the both of you want different things and looking in different directions. Let me see, what else? Since you are mirrored onto the heart, I just want to have a quick look around the heart card. So there's, again, it feels more like this is a private connection here. For some of you, the snake can indicate another woman playing a part here as well and having an influence, because the snake is in the house of the bear, and the bear could talk about an influence. On the other hand, if there's no other person involved, and the other woman could be a mother, a friend, a sister, so it doesn't need to be the other woman here. But also the card could talk about complications that play a part here, which could be family related. The snake, in the best possible way, could be healing. So it might be, even though this is quite a harsh energy that I have so far here, it seems like this connection has the possibility to also heal certain aspects of you and your emotional life. Again, I do see that at the bottom of the heart we have the dog again, so central topic, dog, trust, loyalty, friendship, and a decision, but the decision leads then to the coffin. And unfortunately, the coffin is again something that is ending. So yeah, I do at the moment feel like there is a little bit to work through when it comes to a specific connection here. But I also feel like this has a very healing potential to see aspects of yourself. And again here, trust is something that plays a part in this situation. And I've just recently listened to something that I want to share with you now, because I do think if it comes to matters of trust, you sometimes can maybe get a little bit insecure, thinking, how can I trust again, when you have experienced so many things in your life that maybe would lead to the conclusion that you can't trust. But the thing is, every time in each experience, may it be a friendship or may it be a love relationship, you make new experiences and they fill up your repertoire of, do you say repertoire as well? Your suitcase of experiences. And so you are never in the exact same situation again. And the thing is, you never know if you can trust a person. There might be some red flags, but also sometimes people just develop in a different direction. That could be something as well. Nevertheless, you don't know what's going to happen in a relationship, in a partnership, in a friendship. So it's not so much about trust in the sense of trusting the other person, because sometimes you just don't know if you can trust a person until you make maybe the experience of not trusting the other person. But what you can do is trust yourself, that you are able to walk away from situations that are not beneficial anymore. I do see there is a lesson here for you, absolutely. So I do feel there is something very beneficial in the situation. But I do also think the main thing is to start trusting yourself, what you feel, what you need, and that you are able to handle anything that is showing up in your life, because you would not get the situations and experiences that you cannot handle. In other words, everything that is being presented to you, may it be a conflict or any lessons, you get them because you are ready for them. And I think this is something that is very, very important here. And I also feel like the lesson that we have here is absolutely related to you and your strength. So this is definitely a situation where you will grow and mature. I do feel like this partnership, relationship, whoever this is for you, it's something that is really has helped you to mature and to gain more wisdom. I hope this helped. Sending you so much love and wishing you all the best.